Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. This is an interesting one. We've got a Hilux here, I believe it's around about the 2014 mark. Anyway, where they put the A750F 5-speed auto into the Hilux. Now, these transmissions have been used for many years. They've been in the Prados, we've seen hundreds of them. There's thousands and thousands of them out there, and generally they don't have any problems. They're probably one of the best transmissions you could have. Now, whenever there's an issue, I always think back to basics for that reason. There's not usually an issue, so if there's an issue, has someone changed the oil? Well, that's good, but it can be bad. Did they use the right oil? Did they set the level right? Have they had the pan off? Did they keep it clean? Did they use genuine gaskets and filters? Did they install the filter correctly? Why did they change the filter? There's nothing wrong with it. Don't take your pan off, guys. Anyway, what's happened with this one? I think it's had some slight symptoms, and the best way to know what they are is talk to the owner. So what I'm going to do is get the owner on the line and get him to describe what the symptoms are, so then it's not second or third hand. We try and give you the most accurate possible information, so that's what we're going to do. We've just done an oil change on it to check the level. What we've noticed, and obviously we didn't know this until we changed it, and that is when the oil was coming out, it was very aerated. Okay, I've already done a video showing that. That's going to come after this, after we speak to the owner. Okay, we'll put it all together for you. So I noticed the oil coming out was it looked a bit light in color. I originally thought, oh, it looks a bit milky, and I started thinking, am I working on a you know, Holden or something, you know, a Ford, you know, where they do the mix from the radio, the tanks, and that the auto cooler type problem that Toyotas don't have. And then I took a sample and had a look, and I went, nah, it's just air. It's not. And the air does settle out of it really quickly. So, because one of the reasons you can have air in the oil is obviously if you've got the wrong oil. So we've eliminated that by flushing the oil out and looking at the oil, the air goes out of it really quickly. So there's something in the transmission that's causing a lot of aeration. I'm certainly not the specialist on it. I don't know if you hear me in the next part of the video. In the 90s, I worked at a dealership where they were the transmission rebuilding repair specialist. I spent a fair bit of time in the auto shop, mainly cleaning parts, watching, learning, but I didn't actually get into the, you know, rebuilding and fully understanding 100% every component in transmission and what could be causing a problem. But I suspect, like many other things in life, there could be a cavitation issue, maybe a problem with the pump, putting some air in, or the aftermarket filter that's maybe not fitted correctly or something like that. So calling on transmission specialists or people that have experienced this before, even on other makes and models, is there a possibility that an aftermarket filter or hasn't been fitted correctly causes this, or am I onto something thinking it's the pump? Now, I'll be upfront and say I've kind of really got no idea. I'm not the specialist on this. We don't see problems with these. We only work on vehicles that generally don't have problems and these sorts of problems. So that's not helpful. A transmission specialist that fixes problems on transmissions all day, I would expect has got a lot more information experience with it. So if that's you and you can help out, please pop a comment up. Not just for me and this customer, also for anybody else reading or searching this information later on. So let's get on the line to the owner and see what he's got to say to describe the symptoms to us. All right, guys, I've got the owner of the Hilux on the line, and I'm just going to get him to describe exactly what the symptoms of this transmission problem are, so that it's not second or third hand, it's straight from the owner. Go ahead, mate, if you can please let us know what's happening with it.
Yeah, all right, on the spot a bit, but basically noticed like more in the earlier shifts, first to second, second to third. It's not every shift, but maybe 2 in 5 or 1 in 5, pulling off from the lights or slowing down to enter a roundabout but not coming to a complete stop, and then putting the boot into it again to start up again. It feels more of a thump that I can feel in the seat through
Yep.
my ass, like
Yep.
not as if I'm being hit through the back, but I can just feel it start as it's shifting.
Yeah, so it's not smooth, and a bit of a delay shifting as well, maybe?
Bit of a delay, and it's just not consistent with a lot of others that I've been in.
Yeah, gotcha, mate. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Look, there is something going on with it. I'm just putting a video together for everyone. There's a lot of aeration in your oil. We're not sure what the cause of it is at the moment. That's why I'm doing the video, and hopefully someone can offer some assistance. I will let you go so you can get back to it, and I'll let you know if we need more info or if we find anything.
I appreciate it. Thanks for that, mate.
Talk soon, buddy. See ya.
Bye.
All right, guys. Now, what we're going to do is join on the bit of the video where we're doing the transmission flush and let you have a look at what the oil looks like when it's coming back out. Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. We've got a Hilux here, one of the later ones with the A7, sorry about the noise, we've got the engine running. It's got the A750F automatic transmission, and we don't see problems with these transmissions, okay? Now, it has had a service done before by a supposed transmission specialist. I can see it's got the cork gasket there, you know, the aftermarket crap. Okay, and probably an aftermarket filter. Now, there's a few slight issues with this transmission maybe, which is why I said back to basics. Let's do an oil change and flush and make sure we've got the right oil in there and set it the correct level as a base starting point. What I've noticed with this dropping the oil out, and it wasn't too bad, but it needed a bit of a flush, but I've noticed the oil is very aerated. I've never seen this before on an A750F, and I'm actually asking for help. If anyone out there has seen this before, or we need to speak to transmission specialists that can tell us the reasons why a transmission would have aerated oil. Now I'm going to show you the oil. This is not what they normally look like. I'm going to pump some oil through it so you can see what it looks like coming out the other end. See how it looks really white? Right? I've never seen anything like it. No, I want to say, I've never seen anything like it. Normally it comes out nice and clean like red cordial. I don't know what's going on. I'll be honest, I don't know everything. I used to work on transmissions a little bit. We had a transmission specialist workshop as part of one of the dealerships. I never spent a lot of time on it because I work on cars that don't have transmission problems. Anyway, we're going to set the level on this one. If anyone's got any information as to what the issue might be, I'm sure there's people out there that know more than me about this. We would actually like some help. Please tell us. I'm suspicious on the aftermarket filter that may have been fitted. Maybe it's not sealed properly, or there's a problem with the filter element itself. And the reason I'm suspicious on that, because you know we don't have problems with these transmissions, guys. So as soon as it's been worked on and it's used aftermarket parts, which I'm assuming from that cork gasket, the standard one's a black colour, probably more like a rubber, if you know what I mean. It might be cork, but it's black, it's different. This is not a genuine gasket. I assume it's not a genuine filter either. I could be wrong. Any information would be helpful. We're going to set the level. It's on about 42.5 degrees now, so we're going to finish setting the level, and we'll come back to you with some more information if we work out what it is. And hopefully you found that helpful. Give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe, because we'll have more videos providing the information like we normally do. This time we are asking for information. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Catch you soon. See ya.